In the draft, one pick earlier or one pick later can drastically impact a franchise for the next 10 plus years. But as we're watching the draft, we have no idea. There's certain players that we see and we're like, this is a star. Why didn't our team pick him? And they take someone else, and that guy who they took, who we were initially disappointed at, ends up being Kristaps Porzingis. The draft is so uncertain. So I found a roster that decided to just take every single player and hypothetically move him one back. So just one position back from where they were drafted. The biggest example I can give you, LeBron James, rather than going to the Cavaliers, he goes one pick back to the Detroit Pistons. It does this with all the players in the NBA. This created an entirely new roster on every single team. What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to sim 3 seasons with these new rosters. Once you guys see them, I have some jobs for you to do. Obviously, you guys have to fill out your bracket. Your bracket is going to consist of the 3 teams that you think are going to win, depending. You're going to comment them down below. And if you guys do really, really well, obviously I'll heart your comments. And it's kind of a fun mini game to play when you see the rosters and see how good you can predict how it goes. And also, I'd love if you guys could do me a big favor, drop a like. I just bought this new camera. If it looks good, give me a like down below. And let's go ahead and begin. Okay, so first things first, before you guys make your bracket, I got to show you all the rosters of every single team. So we're going to start off with the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm not going to get too far into the stuff. I'm just kind of going to show you these. You'll see the team, and then you can kind of make your prediction of how are these guys going to gel? Are they going to win? Etc. Kawhi Leonard, John Wall, CJ McCollum, D'Angelo Russell, Jabari Parker, Spencer Dinwiddie, John Henson, and Robin Lopez. That is your Philadelphia 76ers. To me, that's one of the teams, and I'm going to make my predictions at the end. That's one of the teams that looks pretty dang good. Second team, we have John Wall, D'Angelo Russell, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jordan Clarkson, etc. There's certain teams that aren't as well done, and it's just kind of the reality of the roster. There's probably certain teams that you're not going to, oh, this is the point guards on that team. Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. I did not mean to say that. Okay, R2, new team, I apologize immensely. DeMar DeRozan, Kemba Walker, Eric Gordon, Andrew Wiggins, and Terry Rozier. That is kind of your 5 on this team. DeMar DeRozan, I'm so glad the Raptors got him. He changed basketball in that city forever. The Bulls, I'm not going to talk about too much. You can kind of just see the kind of weaker teams as you go. Bradley Beal, Kyle Lowry, DJ Schroeder, Bogan Bogdanovic, Zach Randolph on them. The Boston Celtics get Giannis Antetokounmpo, Mike Conley. I kind of like this one. I think they're going to gel really, really nice, but I obviously have no idea. But I don't know. I have a gut feeling about these guys. The Los Angeles Clippers, you can see Dwayne Wade. They're not as great. Russell Westbrook, Al Horford, Blake Griffin. That is a solid big 3 on that team, and I think they could be really, really solid too. Kevin Durant, TJ Warren, Marvin Bagley, Nene, all of this team. Atlanta Hawks still don't look good even if it was one pick later. Atlanta Hawks just can't catch a break in life or in basketball. Just kidding. Atlanta Hawks fans, all 7 of you, don't yell at me in the comments. There's 7 Atlanta Hawks fans out there, and maybe one of them watches my videos. The Miami Heat, you have Butler, Donovan Mitchell, Clint Capella, Patrick Beverly. Then you got Anthony Davis, Chris Paul, LaMarcus Aldridge, Dwight Howard, and Otto Porter. Charlotte Hornets. It's crazy to think Charlotte would be good. Just one pick later, they'd have one of the better teams in the league. Instead, they absolutely suck. Utah has Klay Thompson. Going to kind of go through these a little quicker. James Harden for the Sacramento Kings. Murray, you have the New York Knicks. They have Steph Curry, Kevin Love. Marketing, you have Karl Anthony Towns. All of these dudes, Joel Embiid, Kristaps Porzingis, the Dallas Mavericks. There you go. I'm just going to, the ones that are lame, Indiana Pacers obviously have them. New Orleans Pelicans have a really, really solid lineup too. LeBron James, obviously, like I said, is on the Detroit Pistons, but he's really the only one on the Detroit Pistons who's really good. The Toronto Raptors, Gary Harris, Harrison Barnes, nothing too fancy. The Raptors just suck at the drafts. San Antonio Spurs, Rudy Gobert, Jason Tatum goes to the Phoenix Suns. That is our roster. This is the other team that looks really, really good to me, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then we have the Golden State Warriors, who are not nearly what they would be without their solid draft picks. So now you guys have to create your 3-person bracket. Here is my predictions. I am first team number 1. Put this team on the screen. The Philadelphia 76ers. I am going to say that they are going to win one. My second team is going to be right about here, the Sacramento Kings. So the Philadelphia 76ers, the Sacramento Kings, and my third team in this prediction is going to be none other than the Minnesota Timberwolves with Kyrie Irving. Those are my 3 picks. 3 selections. Let's go ahead and sim 3 seasons. Okay, so at the end of the year, Stephen Curry is the MVP for the New York Knicks. The Rookie of the Year is Marvin Bagley. The third, no surprise, that guy's beast. Kyle O'Quinn wins Sixth Man. What's really going to tell us a lot is who wins the Coach of the Year to see whose predictions were the best. And James Borrego of the Charlotte Hornets. I should have said that. I don't think I guessed them. I'll have my predictions on the screen, like in the top right corner or something. But like, dang, I feel like I didn't guess them. I almost feel like I messed up. It's not to say that they're going to automatically win. Here you can see the second team. So in the playoffs, we have Golden State and the Lakers, Sacramento, Memphis, Phoenix, Minnesota, New Orleans, Houston, New York. So what I'm noticing here, kind of funny, the top teams are the teams that are really, really bad now. So you can kind of think through seeing this. These dudes were one shot away from having a chance at this. I think it's absolutely crazy. I think this is a really interesting roster. Let's just quickly see before we go jump in to see this for season number 1. Who is the league leaders? Who's balling out? Obviously, LeBron James. He ended up getting hurt, though. I didn't turn that off. DeMar DeRozan. These things are going to be relatively the same. The thing we're more interested in is the team stats, and the Charlotte Hornets had the best record in the NBA just for the one pick later. This is fascinating. That team just cannot catch a break because they've been bad for so long, but they're just not good. They're just not selecting the right people. Maybe if they're one pick ahead, their lives would be very, very different. Okay, let's go ahead and see what's going to happen in the NBA Finals. Let's go ahead and simulate the playoffs, see who's going to win, see if one of my predictions ends up coming in clutch. I know I had, I'm pretty sure I had New Orleans and Sacramento are the two. I completely forgot my predictions. Like I said, they will be on the top of the screen, so you guys will be able to see if I am correct. I think, I had Minnesota too. Minnesota was one of mine. I think Minnesota would be my only one left. And Minnesota is now going to please win. Please win, Minnesota. It would be wonderful. Okay, Minnesota is the one that I have left. I know for a fact. Minnesota just won 2. New York Knicks have been eliminated. Minnesota just won 3. Okay, almost certain I selected them. And the Charlotte Hornets are the NBA champions of season 1. If that was your team, you can take a check mark. See you guys at the end of season 2.
Morning comes at night. I don't understand. You and I so different now. We are always on the edge. Hearts are open wide. Different yet alike. You and I so different now. We are always on the edge.
Okay, so this season's a little bit different. It appears Charlotte is still the team on top. Are they essentially one pick away from being good? Because they are so incredibly far right now. That team, like if you were to tell me, go to a Charlotte Hornets game or go down the street and watch junior varsity grade 8 basketball, I don't know what I'd pick. And that's saying something. I'm sorry, Charlotte. It's just there's not much about you that's like really exciting. And I apologize, that sounds mean, but 100% the truth. Just kidding. I would obviously go to the Charlotte Hornets game. Trae Young wins Rookie of the Year. Kyle O'Quinn wins Sixth Man. Kyle O'Quinn's not really a talked about dude, but he's done some pretty good things. Malik Monk, most improved. James Borrego wins Coach of the Year. Okay, let's see. Charlotte Hornets. The MVP always gets hurt. All NBA first team point guard. It was LeBron last year. They always seem to just get injured for no particular reason. Okay, let's go see team statistics. And I don't know why I'm talking so fast. I'm excited. I haven't done a video like this in a very, very long time. Okay, team stats. Hornets, once again, are the top team in the league. Points per game, the top team is the Hornets. Points against per game, the top team is the Hornets. So they are just ridiculously dominant. It's not even funny. Then you have the Kings, the Warriors, the Knicks, and the Timberwolves. I believe I have the Kings and the Timberwolves and the Sixers on my prediction. So I have 3 teams that are up there. I don't know. That was the other team, the 76ers. It's just if the Hornets spoil that again, I'm just going to be so cheesed and so incredibly upset. Do the Hornets, however, the one thing I do want to look at real quick, do the Hornets have the top dude? They have the top scorer in the league. Well, there's no way to find out. They're not letting me see anything. It is what it is. Whatever. Let me go to the calendar and let's go ahead and sim the play. Where is the playoffs? Give me a second, guys. I am shook. Okay, we're back in the playoff tree. We're about to just sim the playoffs. You can see Charlotte is still on top, number 1. If they win again, I'm gonna be sick. Because I guarantee everyone except for my computer, even my computer, just spoke up and said I picked Charlotte. Houston Rockets are eliminated. Milwaukee's eliminated. Let's see, Utah Jazz are eliminated. Toronto and Charlotte still there. All my teams, except for Sacramento. Actually, Sacramento, Minnesota, and Philly are all still there. Okay, I have 3 teams in contention to get me a point here. Can we please pull this off, Minnesota? I would love you forever if you could just win this game and Minnesota's out. Philly is still in. Philly's got to beat Charlotte, though. And Charlotte has been dominant all season, and the Philadelphia 76ers are eliminated. Portland's eliminated. It comes down to Golden State and Charlotte, once again, wins another championship. Okay, we're going into season 3. Charlotte's 1-2. See what happens in the next one. Okay, here we go. Season 3. I'm going to make this relatively quick. Chris Paul, MVP, Marvin Bagley, Dennis Schroeder, LeBron James. That's his first time on this. Defensive player of the year. He was not surrounded by much on that team, though. Chris Paul, once again, wins the MVP. Let's just go ahead and sim these playoffs. See what's up. I have no idea what's about to happen. No idea what's about to go down. I can just hope that Minnesota, once again, will disappoint me. Just kidding. I know they will, but I'm saying I hope they don't. I completely messed up my speech there, but it is what it is. I hope you're not too upset. Okay, Memphis, New Orleans is moving on, Utah's moving on, and Charlotte's moving on. I am officially eliminated. This is just for you guys, so you guys can see how your team does. Utah Jazz, Memphis Grizzlies, New York Knicks, Golden State, Charlotte. Is Charlotte going to win 3 times in a row? I will literally be sick if they do it. Charlotte's going to do it 3 times in a row. Oh my gosh. I had the Pelicans. I just remembered as that was going on, but Charlotte wins 3 times in a row. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. I'm starting a podcast soon. Super excited for that. And make sure to hit subscribe to the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let me know in the comments when you hit subscribe. And I will see you all next time.